Hey guys, so welcome to the January 2022 budget review. This is super late. I'm making it on February 19th, but I figured I don't want to get any further behind and trying to make up for all the videos that I've missed so far. So here we go. Looking at January's budget, you'll see that I didn't make as much in delivery income as I thought that I would. And there's a couple reasons for that. Later on, you'll see some car repairs. So a couple days I didn't have the car. On top of that, I have been traveling back and forth since I moved here. And then I had COVID. So for at least a week, I couldn't deliver. Obviously, can't be spreading COVID all over the city. So that is why that is lower than it should have been. And then, of course, my paycheck was right on. With other income here, interest income is the interest that came from my emergency fund and also from my sinking funds. And then my refund of $5, it's $4 in some sense. That's from State Farm, and that's who I had my renter's insurance with at my last apartment. So I am still catching up with like the tail end of things about moving out from that apartment. And then reimbursement of $313. That is where I've had some expenses for work, and then I've gotten reimbursed for those. Now there are still a few that have not been reimbursed. Some of them, $100, $200 each. So sometime in February or March, I should be getting some of that as well. Then looking down here at car insurance, I just budgeted this wrong. Last month's budget, it was budgeted at $50, and I moved it down to $48. It's actually $49.14. So I should have just, I guess, kept that at $50. And then gas, I've double checked this, and this is right. I've made several trips back and forth to home for various reasons, and gas is also super expensive right now. I don't remember what it was in January, but right now it's about $3.35 a gallon, which is way more than normal. So that's contributed to why that's so much. You see here, I do have an electric bill, which I don't pay utilities anymore, but the electric bill is the final bill from the old apartment. And then same with internet. Although it took them a while to shut that off after I requested it, so there might be even one more bill after this. I'm not sure. And then mobile phone, I didn't actually pay anything. That is correct, because I made it so that February 1st was the date that it came out. So that payment will be on February's budget. Then my student loans, like right on as usual. And let's look at fast food and restaurants. I went over a good bit. I think a little bit of this, especially on fast food, is probably just because I was traveling. But I mentioned a few months ago that we're going to have to update these budgets at some point because I'm really not spending that much money eating out. But these budgets for $70 and $100 were set back in 2010. So you get much less now for what you did in 2010. So doctor, this was actually just kind of a charge by accident, I think, but it was $2, so I left it. As you guys know, I started going back to counseling in the beginning of January, and they weren't sure what to charge me the first session. They thought I had a copay, and it turned out I didn't, so they charged me a $2 copay. Not a big deal. So storage here, I'm a little bit confused about too, because I thought that it was my storage plus my mom's storage plus a $20 late fee for her storage. I'm pretty sure but I'm not sure now. I'm going to have to look back over this. I know that I did not have enough money to pay my storage at the end of December, so I did it in January with a late fee of $10. And then I paid my mom's storage, but that's down here, and that went up $10 a month. starting in January. So it is now 75 rather than 65. So maybe I paid, would it be 65 and 65 plus a $20 late fee? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it's I paid basically December's rent and January's rent plus a $20 late fee for last month, for December. Cool. All right. I hope that math works out. Business expenses, not too many. This is just from doing DoorDash, but I had one. It was $2.11. A customer asked me to buy them a 20 ounce of Coke at the gas station, and then they ended up Venmoing me $15 for the $2 purchase. So that was cool. I think they were very drunk. And then I did get a parking ticket because Morgantown's a college town and just awful. So while I was waiting for Chipotle to get the order ready that I was delivering, I got a $5 ticket. So I paid that. I have not done any laundry outside the house. And clothing, I did get one pair of jeans. It was on sale, and I also had a $5 off coupon. So that's how it ended up being so low. And then again, stuff for mom here. This is just her storage unit that starting January 2022 is now $75 a month rather than $65. Then we get into all of the other stuff, and this is where just everything goes haywire. But let's go through it. So the first thing you see there is $867 for service and parts. And this is what completely screwed me over because this was unexpected. $80.25 of this was for an oil change. And sure, okay, that happens occasionally. But $786.32 of this was for a completely unexpected repair. I already need to get the brakes fixed, and I got to get new tires. Like, I literally have 0 millimeters tread on one of the tires. And I was trying to figure out how to get the money for that, and then I got hit with this. So what it was is literally one of the pulleys on the car fell off. And because it fell off, the serpentine belt fell off, which meant that my alternator wasn't working. My heat didn't work in the middle of winter. It was a mess. So there wasn't anything I could do but be without a car for a couple of days. And I had to get it fixed. And that price is even with them using used parts from a junkyard. I guess it was going to take them forever to get new ones in. Shipping is a book of stamps from the post office. I use stamps to mail out the money orders to pay the storage units. And movies and DVDs, I did go to the theater one time, and it was like $9 and something for the ticket. I did get hit with a non-sufficient funds fee. I actually did last month too, but I got the bank to credit it back. So when it happened again this month, I just didn't even ask them. I'm trying to get better with that, but I'm not used to this getting paid once a month thing. Finance charge is the interest that was charged to both of my credit cards combined. And then the service fee combined, that's the money orders that I had to get. Food and dining. This is MTO from Sheetz. And then snacks, $143. This is super high. Normally, I think that the snack budget goes up when I travel a lot, which I have been driving back and forth a lot. And I grab, a drink or two on the way there and a drink or two on the way back. But just like everything else too, the price of the snacks are going up. So, yeah, I guess I just need to travel less and then that'll go down. The gym is $25, and I actually probably, when we make the February budget, I just need to add a category from now on for this. Home supplies, that's Clorox 2, like the bleach for colors. Of course, by the time I got it home, I dropped the bottle on the ground and it exploded, so I only have about half of that. And then work expenses, that is 3 different locks that I had to buy for my apartment, and $160 for my bathroom to be cleaned. But those things will all be reimbursed. I just need to submit reimbursement, and I should get it the last day of February. Personal care, I got chapstick, A little travel size thing of shaving cream, and some other travel size things like a toothbrush, toothpaste, and contact lens case and contact solution. And that's because I made an unexpected trip back home, had to stay in a hotel overnight, and I didn't bring anything with me. So had to get that stuff just for the night. Now, shopping is kind of like a complicated one to explain this month because you guys don't ever really see me shop, but there's a couple things that happened. So back in 2020, I joined REI as a co-op member, and because I spent, I don't know, a couple $100s or something in 2020, I got a dividend on it in 2021. But if I didn't spend it by the end of 2021, then I'd lost it. So I've been looking for literally years for a hydro flask, and I just can't decide on which one I want. And I decided that's what I was going to spend that little bit of money on, so I didn't lose it. So I bought a hydro flask, and I had it shipped to me. And then, after I got it, I ended up going to a sporting goods store here in Morgantown, and I saw that there were two hydro flasks, different sizes, in this like limited edition color, and they were being clearanced out. So I was like, well, I just got one. But these are other sizes that I can use for other things, and they're this really cool color. So anyway, guys, you know I never impulse buy, but they were on sale. So I ended up actually buying 3 hydro flasks in 1 month after a couple of years of debating about getting one. And when I get in a right mental state, that's going to be me drinking water instead of anything with caffeine in it, and I'll get back to being more healthy. And then electronics and software, man, my charger stopped working for my computer just all at once. And I even tried to get a used one or an off-brand one, but it was going to take time to ship here, and there was nowhere in Morgantown to get anything other than just a brand new Apple charger, and they are expensive. So, the battery was already half dead on the laptop, so I couldn't wait any longer. Now, the transfer of $390, I am really not sure what exactly that is because I actually transferred $400. And it was really weird because near the end of January, I transferred $400 out of my savings to my checking because I thought I was going to run out of money. But then I got paid a couple days early. So then I just sent the $400 right back to savings. I guess that confused Mint. And I don't know why the credit card payment says negative 29. So let's talk about hotels. I actually have stayed more than this, but I keep getting free nights because I have so many rewards points. But I did pay for one full night because they had a deal where if you paid for one night, you got a second night free and then like 1,000 bonus points. So I did pay full price, and that was like 150, I think. Then on that one random day that I took a random trip down there, not expecting it, I stayed at a different hotel brand where I also had a lot of points build up, but I didn't have enough for a free night. So I ended up paying partly with points and partly with cash, and that was like maybe $50 or $60. So altogether, it was 204. Now, you guys know that I'm getting an apartment, so I won't have to pay for a hotel anymore once that's set up. And then rental car and taxi, $48 is what I ended up spending in the 2 days that I didn't have my car because they were getting the parts for it at the shop. So that's a combination of Uber and Lyft. And then with uncategorized, for the life of me, I cannot remember what these are. I have a charge for $9.17 at Exxon, and most likely it's probably snacks, but I'm really not sure. And then $6.88 at Target. No clue. I don't remember going there, and I don't know. But I'm again in the process of moving, so normally I keep this pretty organized and keep all the receipts, but everything's a mess right now. So with that said, though, let's jump over to the income by merchant, so you guys can see where the money came from. All right, so keep in mind it's last month because I'm filming this in February. So we have my job, which is 78%. Although here it groups it together, I actually categorize this separately: $1,000 paycheck, 313.45 as reimbursement. But it is showing because it did come from the same place. Like it's, you know. And then DoorDash, that's how much I made. State Farm, this was the refund for the partial month of renter's insurance at the old apartment. And then 67 cents in interest. So DoorDash is 20% of my income. Once I get the car fixed and kind of get completely stabilized, should be able to make a good bit more per month than that on DoorDash. Okay, so net worth. Looking here, remember this last line is February, so don't worry about that. So between January or between December and January, it looks like the assets stayed about the same. Debts went up a good bit, though. Of course, a huge chunk of that is the $780 for the car repair. But let's scroll down here and see something. I want to point something out to you guys because I noticed this when I was calculating the numbers earlier. August, September, October, December, January, February, March. It's really weird because normally it's like halfway through the day on the first day of the month that the current month shows up. Well, it's only February 19th as I film this video. So I don't know why March is on here, and there is a month missing. I've never seen anything like this. So I'm assuming this is November, December, January, February. And I hope that's right because that's how I calculated the numbers. It's just some weird glitch with Mint. So anyway, if we're assuming that this is January, then that means the assets only decreased $99.05. That's okay, I guess. That's okay. I can take that. And the debts, they did increase $1,061 roughly, but 786 of that was for that random car repair. So really, it's only about $200 to $300 that it went down if you're not counting that. So what that leaves us with is, assuming that this is actually the end of January here, this negative 155, 977.95. If we start out with that number and then we make corrections to it, then we'll get the actual net worth. So there was $1,116.11 less in my checking account than what Mint was showing. There was $400 more in my savings account because remember I transferred it to checking and then transferred it back, and it was in the process of transferring back, so it's not accounted for here at the end of the month. And then some other accounts were off by 3 cents, 7 cents, 12 cents, and 28.26. That includes both of my crypto wallets and a couple of my investment accounts that were off by a few cents. Now, so if I factor all of that in there, I'll get you the final number here. One thing I want to mention is that last month, and then I'm doing it this month as well, I have not been adding in my physical and digital gift cards. Mostly because I was carrying over a $300 balance every month, but I realized I kept getting more. And when I packed everything up in August to move, I lost like everything. They're somewhere packed up, but I've lost track of where they all are. So I need to make a special project for myself to, within the next few months, get all of those organized and documented, and then I can give you guys just an accurate balance. I would say it's more in the range of somewhere between $500 and $1,000 now. But I've got to find all of them. So I'm just not including any of them in here, but they do still exist. And if we make all those adjustments I just said, not including any of the gift cards, then the net worth at the end of January 2022 is negative $156,665.58. That is a decrease from last month of $1,770.74. So still headed down. That said, don't think I'm not making changes. Getting the car fixed, then doing DoorDash more. I'm traveling less next month, and once I get that apartment, no more hotel payments. And once I get that apartment, I can go ahead and get that job on top of the one that I have now. So I'll be working full time plus getting $1,000 stipend on top of it. It's just been, since I've been here, I can't sleep. There's no way to work a remote job from home. And it's just kind of gotten in the way of that. But sometime in February, or at least by sometime in March, I will have a real job lined up and then be doing the fraternity job on top of it. So it won't be sliding for too much longer, and then we'll go back to making some progress on getting some stuff paid down and getting the car fixed. But that's where things are. I will have this video out for you today. In a day or two, I will have the February budget with me because I still haven't made it, so why not share it with you guys when I do? It'll get a better idea now that I'm spending less money, what a normal month like in my current living position is going to be like. And I do still have the 2021 financial goal review and the 2022 financial goals video that I want to put up, but they're not edited yet, and I needed to do these videos first. So these two will be out, and then by the end of the month, I'll have those two out, and then we'll do our live stream here pretty soon at the end of the month as well. So just bear with me. Got a lot going on in life right now, and things are moving slowly, but I'm trying to get caught up. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on, and I will see you in the February budget with me.